Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We're here with Caro Daur.
Hello.
She's a digital entrepreneur. She has 3.3 million followers on Instagram. She was named or described as one of the most influential Germans by a variety of media. We're very happy to have her today and share her insights, share some experiences. Caro, thank you so much for making it.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
As I said, 3.3 million followers on Instagram, quite loyal. I'm guessing that you're a role model to at least some of them, maybe the majority. But when you hear the term Superwoman, when you hear of role models, who comes to your mind? Who do you think of?
If I need to say a specific person, I would say probably my mom or my dad. But I think, you know, it's different traits. You know, I meet so many people every single day, and I feel like I'm in a bird perspective. So I'm seeing people, you know, doing things, and I just think that, you know, some are more humble and some are more, you know, confident. And I see all these traits, all these characteristics, and I'm like, oh, I want to be like that person or that characteristic. So I feel like I'm building you know, all these characteristics. I'm trying to build in myself, and I feel like inspired by them. So I think it's not one person, it's more like different traits that I'm trying to,
incorporate.
Incorporate. Thank you so much.
So you look through traits and character traits and stuff, and you try to sort of draw
and you know,
that.
sometimes even if somebody is like not really kind and nice to somebody else, I'm seeing that and I'm aware of that, and I'm trying to, you know, incorporate that and be like, oh, I don't want to be that person, or I don't want to, you know, act like that. And I try to reflect and, try to be different.
When one looks at your Instagram profile or your TikTok profile or follows you on social media, what we get is a tiny slice of your life and everything that goes into it. Now you came to Berlin. People think you travel a lot. Is there a typical work day for you, to give the viewers like an idea of what you work on in the end?
You know, that's really difficult to say, because there's such a thin line between work and off work, and like work or private life, because I feel like my daily life is my work or is my job somehow. So there's basically no line, and it's really hard for me to balance that. But I think there's not really like a day. I mean, you know, sometimes it's more boring than you maybe assume. It's basically a lot, you know, calls, emails, Zoom calls, presentations, you know, interviews, like amazing interviews like that, you know, and building the brand, you know, working on new projects that are maybe not on Instagram, that you don't see, you know, because that's why I always say, you know, on Instagram it's just the tip of the iceberg is what you see, but all the work around you don't see. And that sometimes, you know, I cannot really even, you know, judge people to say like, oh, you don't know what I also do, because you can't see it, you know. But yeah, that's why, you know, it's okay when you don't assume that.
But is it then when you say it's hard to draw a line, is it a 24-hour job? Do you sometimes put your phone on flight mode and just leave it be, or is it always on?
You know, basically at least 1 hour a day, because I love sports, and every time when I work out, I put my phone on flight mode, and also during the night.
Okay, good. So it depends on how long the night is. You have a few hours.
Yeah, but I have to say, I know it's really bad, but I work between 8 and 12 in the evening, and I'm on my emails, I'm on my laptop. But yeah, I kind of enjoy it. I don't know.
Well, that's good. I mean,
yeah,
it's good for you and good for everyone else, because then they get to see you happy. Otherwise, it would be tricky, right? So I said in the intro that you're a digital entrepreneur. It's digital entrepreneurship, and you started by yourself as a one-woman show. I'm guessing it's grown into an operation. You have people that work for you, with you. How have you changed your role from just yourself to managing a team, an operation, a company, whatever you want to call it?
I mean, you know, now I have like a small team that I'm working with, and it's basically around myself, which is sometimes really hard because it's really private, so we work really close together. But I have to delegate tasks, and sometimes it's hard for me because, it's myself, but I think it's the step I need to go, and I'm still learning. It's a process, and I'm now also, working on Daur Power, which is like more like a fitness page, and I'm building something new I can talk about right now, but there's so many different fields I need to work on, and sometimes it's hard, but I think that's what entrepreneurs need to do, and I'm still growing and learning, I guess.
But how is it? Do you have people that work exclusively for you on your team, and then you have things you collaborate? Maybe you can give us an idea of how large is the team, or who do you need to work?
I have 2 employees that work just next to me, and we work really close together. And then I have management for TV and acting, and then I have my finance team kind of, and then I have also a team for Daur Power, and there are also just 1, 2, 3 people, or a bigger company that helps me. That's what comes to my mind right now. Yeah.
You mentioned it, Daur Power. It's not just an ebook, but I started with an ebook. It's more fitness focused, more workout routines. Maybe you can give us, for those who don't know it yet, maybe you can give us a quick update what it is and what you're trying to do with it. And I saw that you have it had its own Instagram account. Is it like a vertical you're trying to build? Maybe you can give us an idea of what you were thinking.
I mean, it's like a vertical I'm trying to build. It is like a page on Instagram, but it's also on YouTube. You can do my workout routines. You can, it's another part of me basically, but I'm trying to, do it a little bit more exclusively. For example, in the beginning, I had all my workout routines and everything on my own page, but then I thought, it would be nice to even make it bigger and maybe give also some health advices, to include some, I don't know, food recipes or, all of that. And I'm trying to build it, make it bigger basically. And then the ebook came, and, I'm thinking of doing somehow an app or, make it bigger. But it's like a holistic approach. Yes.
But it started it grew out of your channel. You didn't
exactly.
Say...
I mean, I started basically posting fitness content, and it's really strong part of myself, and I think it came naturally.
But it added that you now have to work out increasingly, because otherwise you.
I mean, basically, I always worked out a lot. I played soccer, I played tennis, all sort of different kind of sports, and I always I was always interested in the fitness aspect, in a healthy lifestyle. And when I can motivate some other people to do it, I think it's nice. And sometimes even people come in the street up to me and are like, "Oh my God, you motivate me every day to work out, and I feel so much better." And I feel like this is almost like having a purpose.
Are you happy with the growth it's seen? I mean, it's obviously not as big as the main account, but it has a nice following. Or are you going to push it even further, even more heavily?
I mean, right now it's really a niche. I feel like it's really small for me.
It's a niche.
No, okay, I mean, it's funny because I think it's something that I stand for. And when somebody's like, "Oh, Caroline, Daur Power," and kind of with a twist, I think it's cool, and it's what I like to stand for, and what I feel like it's a part of my identity.
But you don't. How strictly do you separate? Do you still post workout videos on your main account and then link it? Or?
I try to incorporate both pages. But then, sometimes when I post every day that I work out, and I'm like, "Oh, guys, Daur Power, come on, we can work out together and just do it." People are like, "Oh my God, no! Can you please stop it? I just want to, be normal, because I know, of course, that that it's, you know, it's quite a lot if you work out on a daily basis. But on the other side, you know, I'm trying also to tell my community, you know, try to figure out what's cool for you, what you like to do. I just try to motivate you, but don't worry, I know that I'm also really extreme.
It's a tricky question, and I know, but I still have to ask it because I think most of the viewers are thinking about it. It's always hard to give general advice, especially about social media, and I'm guessing you get the question quite often. But to anyone whose main job isn't social media, but who want to have a following, who want to use it for their career, whatever, is there like a trick that you can give out to them that helped you, or maybe that you would do differently now doing it again?
You know, I would always say be authentic, but then also, I mean, hard work pays off, I would say, because, you know, in the end, it's always doing that extra mile. And yeah, I mean, also maybe don't overthink everything you do. Like, be aware of the power you have. I mean, you know, 3.3 million people is quite a lot, and
It's Berlin.
it's almost Berlin, almost Berlin. But yeah, I think it's a lot of work. It's being authentic, and maybe also take life serious, but don't take yourself too seriously. And I think I don't take myself really seriously. So I think it's, yeah, just be you and be authentic, but work hard.
Work hard, I guess, it's a good advice for everyone. Is there, because before you said that it's hard to draw a line between, you know, private Caro and Instagram Caro, sorry. But is there something where you say, this is mine, and like I cannot have anyone in here? Is there like parts of your life that you shield from the public perception, or is it all access?
I mean, you know, the cool thing about Instagram is that you can decide what you want to post and what you don't want to share. So basically, people think what they see on Instagram is everything I do, and it's not. So I draw a line, like, for example, I mean, like when it comes to like health, or like sometimes, you know, like problems or issues or whatever you might have, I'm also trying to share a part of it, because I think it's good if it's not always, you know, perfect, because life isn't always perfect. And I think it's good to be authentic and be, you know, and share also these kind of parts of your life. But of course, I'm not sharing everything. Yeah, and I have secrets.
Yeah, that's good. would be creepy otherwise, I think. All right, I just got signals from our crew that we have to wrap up. We could go on for longer, but obviously we want to give enough space to the other speakers. Thank you so much for making it. Thank you for sharing your idea of Superwoman and showing like what makes you a Superwoman, at least in our eyes. And thank you everyone who was watching.
Thank you.
Any last words? That's it. Okay.
Thank you.
We're out.